I would like to share our experiences with you. One time, Mongolian economy became the fastest growing economy in the world, 17% per year. And during that time, there was a very rapid expansion of our budget and social spending. But that kind of golden reign did not last for a long time because of the Chinese economic slowdown. And after that, we are experiencing a very difficult challenge. And after that, we thought that how to make better management in our mining revenue. And we looked for the international best practices. But in that case, actually, Norwegian case became like a life jacket for us, life-saving tool for us. Norwegian experience and Norwegian management of their wealth was very interesting for us because Norway also one of the richest countries in terms of the oil and mineral resources. Also, Norway is one of the cleanest government they have. And that experience was very interesting for us. And after this, what we did in my country, first we tried to have very broad public discussion. What has happening in my country in terms of the managing our mineral resources. And also in a second, I think political will and political leadership is really important. And I met our political parties, leaders, our community. Even during the economic growth, we had cash allowances for our citizens, cash handouts. And there were the political parties promising that we will give you cash handouts and increasing the social expenditure. And I discussed with the leaders of the political parties, with the members of the parliament, and we reached consensus. No longer cash handouts to the citizens, and no longer political promises related with the mining revenue. And we reached consensus that to create some kind of sustainable mechanism. But during that time also, managing the mining revenue is one thing. That's not only a money issue for Mongolia. For us, that was a justice issue. For us, that was to save our way of life. For us, that was the governance issue. Because of that, also we joined to the United Nations Anti-Corruption Convention. We adopted very strict law related with the corruption, and we created corruption agencies in Mongolia, and we began the comprehensive judicial reform in my country. All those things now happening together. And why we are doing that? I think if you want your country safe and your way of life safe, I think you need more openness and more transparency. And for Mongolia, fighting against corruption is not only a governance issue. This is a survival issue for us. Threat is not from outside. We feel threat is from inside. If you have bad governance, if you have a lot of money, if you have poor management, country is in trouble. In this regard, Norwegian experience was really great experience for us. And I visited Norway, and the Prime Minister Bondevik came to Mongolia, and Oslo Center was there. Very good place to contact. And also I met many members there. And I met with the board and leaders of the Norwegian Wealth Fund. They call it Pension Fund. And we put a task force together and how to form best legal framework. and it took for 3 years. After that, we focused on our work to get the law, draft of law. We called it the Future Heritage Fund of Mongolia, and that took 2 years of discussion in our parliament. Now we have that law in place. Our parliament actually passed that law. But now we need to planning and meticulous planning to implement, to bring that law in full capacity. It will take also long time and long cooperation. And I am really happy that Oslo Center and our friends from Norway and from other countries cooperating with us. And in 2013, we actually created International Cooperation Fund in Mongolia. And we don't have anything to teach to others, but we have something to share with others. And because of that, we invite more than 10 countries to Mongolia to share our democratic experiences, how we are struggling with the rule of law, how we are trying to make Mongolia more transparent, open country, how we are encouraging the civic participation in Mongolia, and we just wanted to share that. Also, we are hearing really good news. From Kyrgyzstan, there was a very clean election using our experiences there. And from Myanmar, we know that your last election was really great victory for the worldwide movement for democracy, rule of law, and justice. And my country is really happy to be part of this great movement. And we had this sound management seminar in Ulaanbaatar, first seminar, now in Naypyidaw in Myanmar, second one, and third we are planning to go to Kyrgyzstan. Maybe after that, Timor-Leste, and we will have kind of common agenda. And why this lessons from Mongolia and Norwegian case is good for others? I think we have to leave behind us not a debt to the people. We have to leave behind us financial opportunities, savings, not the financial burden for our children. This is our responsibility. Because of that, we need to cooperate very closely. As a result, we will get a rule-based management system, how to use revenues in a responsible way, how to keep fiscal discipline intact, and how to run governance clean and accountable. It will ultimately save our way of life and our democracy. And my best wishes to this great seminar, and thank you for your participation.
Thank you very much.